And when they're married, their spouse also has to jump through those hoops. Hey everybody, I'm Amber, a disabled gal, here to reveal or remind you that you're complete in Jesus Christ alone. I'm not sure if you can notice at this angle, but if you can, don't mind the boxes and whatnot in the background. We're hopefully going to be moving soon, so Devin's getting our stuff ready for that. And speaking of Devin, I want to talk about our engagement. So I do want to be mindful of how many details I share on this public platform, but I do just want to point out that our engagement was much more complicated than it needed to be. And the reason it was so complicated was because of disability marriage penalties. I don't know if we completely would have recognized that terminology at the time, but that was the reason that things were so complicated. It had nothing to do with the relationship between me and Devin ourselves. The complication came from trying to figure out logistics of how are we going to function with all these restrictions that are about to be placed on us. Suddenly, now not only do I have to have my income and assets under a certain amount, but now that we're about to be married, Devin had to as well. So trying to navigate all that just really put kind of a damper on just the excitement of marrying the love of my life. From a Christian perspective, we were trying to enjoy entering this covenant, but we were about to have all these weird restrictions placed on us because of that covenant. For a disabled person, there's a lot of strings attached to the marriage license contract. And if you're new here, I'm not just talking about losing an actual disability check like SSI, SSDI, DAC. Those are the different types of disability payments. I'm talking about the complication when it comes to eligibility for health care. This is health care for things that private insurance does not cover. So sure, just like other people, a disabled person can get on their spouse's private health insurance. However, their eligibility for that other health insurance that they need to cover their disability expenses, marriage is going to interfere with eligibility for that. Disabled people constantly have to jump through hoops to stay eligible for that insurance. And when they're married, their spouse also has to jump through those hoops. Actually, one of the hoops we're jumping through now is moving. The main reason we're relocating to another state is to keep me eligible for this insurance, because all the states have different rules for eligibility. Now, if we were not married, I would be eligible in, I think, any state. But because we are married, well, now these restrictions are also placed on Devin. So unless we are ever at the point financially where we just don't need this type of insurance, we're always going to have to jump through these hoops. And during engagement, all this complication even made it harder to keep our physical boundaries. I know that people don't really think about disabled people as, having sexual desire, but newsflash, we do. So, yeah, having all this complication to figure out during engagement and making the engagement longer, that definitely made it more difficult to keep physical boundaries. This is yet another reason why I wish more of the church would give attention to this issue. That's all I got to say for this video. I'm sure we'll revisit this topic again. I hope this video was edifying to you. Thank you so much for watching, and a huge thank you to my supporters. You guys really do bless this channel tremendously, and God bless you all.
The video you just saw was made by Fallible Christians.
Although we diligently seek to represent the God of the Bible accurately, please understand that we are still being sanctified.
For absolute truth, please refer to the Bible.